Hello my crafty friends, it's Christa here from Second Chance Creation. I've been doing a little bit of crafting. It was very quiet yesterday at work and so we came upstairs early. It's early Monday morning here and it's about 4:30 and I'm having a cup of coffee. It's a Clayton's coffee. Excuse me, it's made from barley wheat. Now, I'd like to share with you something really cool. I absolutely love it and I just couldn't help myself but try to make it. And you know me, I like to alter things when I see them. I have to give credit to Pam from the Outpost, Paper Outpost I think it's called. I'm going to leave Pam's link below. She's got a really good series of how to use up all your papers, unused papers. So book pages, you name it. List is just too long. Great lady. Please go over and have a look at her channel and subscribe if you're into journals or junk journals and you want some ideas. So I've made this little envelope. Okay. It's got a little button as a closure and I'm trying to get this so that you can see this without the shadow. I've tore this off a napkin, which looks like a little stem, and I got this bird off a napkin, and because I needed something tiny. And this whole envelope was covered in a napkin on a book page, which of course I cut up to make the envelope. But this looks very deceiving, doesn't it? It looks like an envelope, but wait. I'll just put that aside. I used a scrap of paper. This is half of A4 and I'm just going to fold this in half again so that you can see what I'm talking about. And I'm just going to, this is all eyeballing, I did not do any measuring. I'm just going to cut this in half. So this is a quarter of an A4 page, okay? And I'm going to make this even smaller because we want to fit it in the screen here so that you can see what I'm doing. Could say this is a little mini tutorial, but I'm just so excited. So A4, cut it in half and cut it in half again and you'll get these little bits of paper. It can be any size. It can be half of an A4, doesn't matter. So you fold this lengthways just like that, okay? And if you're really clever, or you can fold it this way, I might even just fold it this way. I've got a bit more paper. I'm not measuring, remember? And I'm just going to cut a heart shape just from the bottom. You've got to start from the fold and any sort of heart shape. You can make it a skinny or a fat one. I've been experimenting, anything really works. So you've got this little heart just like that. So the whole idea now is to fold this. I don't know whether you can fold it right to the middle, or I just went by what Pam showed me. And you know, I don't have a bone folder. I use my scissors, but because this is so tiny, I'm just going to use my nails and fold this in half. Actually, no, then what I do is I fold this and fold this over, so I know I'm going to get the same fold. Have I confused you yet? And just refold it just there. So now I have what looks like a reasonable, might be a bit wide there. Just refold this. I'm not measuring, remember, I want to sort of make that the same width as there. You turn it around, it's pretty easy. And you just fold this again. To me, this looks like the bust line of a dress. Always thinking about sewing. Here you go, this looks like the bust line of a dress. And then you just fold that flap over and you've got your teeny tiny envelope. Okay, there it is. That's simple. So when you clip it on a page with a paper clip, you can put a little secret message in there. Yeah? Just like that. Okay? But you know me, I go a bit further than that. So I've experimented. I've had these book pages that I covered with napkins. I've got a book at home with no cover, and I thought, well, I'm just going to decoupage various napkins on book pages so that I've got them always handy to take with me. So these ones I just ripped out of my book and took them with me. There's a bit of rice paper there. And so they're always, always ready on the go. So what I've done is I've made a little one with this napkin, just like here, okay? Isn't that pretty? It's too pretty to stick on a page, so it's really good to, put it on with a paper clip. So when you open this up, of course, you do have the book page, but that can be gessoed or covered, with tea and coffee stained paper. So let me show you my version. And I'm just going to get a piece of paper so that you can actually see. Get rid of all my junk and my version. Okay? I'm going to have another sip of coffee. Sorry, ladies. Okay. So this was a page that was decoupaged. Okay, this is the paper here that I showed you just a few seconds ago. And then I had a bit of napkin that had, I wanted to find something that looked like a little steam. So I ripped this piece of napkin off and just glued it on there, representing a steam. I then had a napkin with a tiny little bird on it, and I've just tore that around the edges. I didn't cut it, and then just decoupage that on top. Okay. Now I had this tiny little button, and I glued that on and put a little bit of string on there, because I used that string inside of this. Okay, are we ready? You open it up. And I've put some napkin paper on this too, to strengthen this, because this is going to get opened, okay? So here we go. Okay, so there is the heart. There is the heart. You know me, I like to make things a bit different. There is the heart. So I've made tiny little flip outs, put little secret message on, tiny little flip out. And I made these tiny little tags. Can you see them? Okay. And I've used old book page here, and I used normal paper here that I distressed with my ink blender, and distress ink, which I'll share with you in a minute, and you get a laugh out of that. Popped a little paper on there so to make a little tuck spot. And you open this up and you find a little journal. And this was of a magazine that had like a stack of cards, and they were really tiny. And I thought, I just can use you, and use a little bit of eyelash trim just there, and pop that underneath. I tore all the pages except for one or two, I think. So it was very fiddly. And you open this up, and it's a teeny tiny journal. You've got a little flip out. We've got to have our flip outs. And as you can see, I tore all the pages, and I have stitched in it with an embroidery floss, and it's a little 3-stitch pamphlet stitch. Sorry about the shadows, ladies. And of course, what I cut off here, the ends, I sewed that button on. So there is my secret little heart journal. But isn't that cool? So I've tore all these pages down so that, it looks like a little old journal. And you just pop that back in there, and you got your little flap, and pop it in. And then you just close her up, fold it over, and pop that under the button. So there is my share. Now, I was going to show you something. What was it that I oh yes, my blending. Oh dear. Okay. I'll have to do another video because I've put it all away. Oh no, I haven't. Bear with me. This is my distress ink eyeshadow, and I use this colour. And I did have my little dauber, wherever that might be. Those little finger daubers that you put over your finger. That's my blending tool. So this is what I used. I used that and that, and I just used white paper. Okay, and I just coloured that in. Just rubbed it on to make it brown, to make it come all this colour. Okay, so I'll open it again. Just opens like this. And you've got your heart. Okay. Right down here. Remember, I strengthened this. And you've got your little mini journal in here. Your 2 flip outs. And then your two tiny tags. And I've put tiny little eyelets on, and this is from the silent setter that I use. And just pop them there. They're quite secure. And by folding it down this way and then closing it, they're not going to fall out. And you can attach that with a paper clip. I personally would put it in a little pocket. So there you go. Let me know of your thoughts. And I'm going to finish my cup of coffee. And then start work. So thanks for watching, and hello to my new subscribers, and I hope you have a fantastic day, and you know what you've got to do. Happy crafting. Bye for now.